Hey, welcome back to the WO Radio Show. I'm your host, as usual, the your big guy in charge tonight, Richie Redneck Pimp King. Our my co-host, he had an emergency, had a veteran die, so he's part of the color guard and stuff for that. So he does the funerals. So my guest has now become my guest co-host, and he needs no introduction anywhere on the civilized planet. Guys, welcome in studio, please, Mr. David Scott.
Hello. How are you this evening? It's good to be with you. Thank you, Richie, for asking me to be part of the show tonight. I appreciate it.
Yeah. I almost forgot.
And I don't care what people say. Sitting this close to you is an honor, and you really don't smell that bad.
No. I bathed today.
So thank you on behalf of the entire Cameron metropolitan area. Thank you.
Yes. There's a billboard up thanking me too. Yeah. I see first guy in there is Justin Kenny. He was not only was he the first guy tonight, he contacted me at 5:24. You having a show?
Really?
Yes, he did. That's how dedicated the man was.
Excellent.
Thank you, sir, for joining in tonight.
Justin.
We got a lot of things going on, as you all know. We got new segments on tonight. Those of you that missed last week, and we got some things we're going to talk about. Well, obviously, I want to introduce David Scott. David's here today not only for his comedy intellect, but as you know, he's a math wizard. He was a math teacher for many a moon, and we're going to get into the subject here a little bit about unemployment and the economy. Okay, that's going to be our main topic. But first, we're going to do a little rant. This is called a rant, and I got something I want to rant about, David. So if you kindly give me a couple minutes here. I understand why they pay at the pump. I get it. Okay, I can't. It just drives me nuts. It's so stupid. I mean, you go in there, you got to go in and pay for gas, come back out, go back in and get anything else you want, and then come back out again, right? And I'll tell you why that happens, because you walk in, let's say you got a gas jug with you, fill up your lawnmower or your four-wheeler, okay, that you like to ride. You don't know how much it's going to take to fill that tank up. You don't know. Gas is up and down so much, you don't know. So you got to go in, lay $20 on the counter, come back out, fill it up, go back in and get the change of your $20. Meanwhile, you got to get some tea and a donut. Well, actually, we quit getting donuts. My wife watching this. Yeah, we quit getting donuts, okay, and getting gas. So here's my method. Here's what I'm going to do, David. I'm going to follow them. If I see somebody drive off from the pump, I'm going to follow them. I'm going to turn my lights on, honk my horn, beep, 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 the whole time, no matter where they're going. I'm going to go to their house. When they get out, I'm going to go right in front of the police, just point right at them. I'm going to snitch. I'm going to tattletale. I'm going to squeal, okay? Normally I mind my own business, but you know what? I'm telling. Let me see you drive off. Bull. That's my rant.
No. That was quick. I'm surprised that you're done so quickly.
That's what the wife says sometimes.
Here's what I do. I pull up to the pump, pull up my credit card, put it in the machine, pump my gas, go home.
Well, but ain't everybody got your kind of money that you have.
Oh, fancy. That's right.
Fancy credit
cards. That's
right.
Those fancy modern credit cards everybody's talking about.
Good old Dave Scott. Good to see you, sir.
Well, thank you. It's good to be seen.
Who's that beautiful bastard next to you?
Yeah, that would be me.
Richie, slow the F down, bro. You are talking a mile a minute. That's part of the rant. Part of the rant. Okay.
All right. You got it. Something else you want to get off your chest here today?
No, we're going to get into our main topic here. If you watch the news, David, you see on the news where it says unemployment rates are down to 4%, lowest they've been in eons. Certain states say the unemployment rate is so low that this is record breaking. But yet, when you go into a store, every store on the down the road you drive, everybody's needing help.
Yeah, everybody has a help wanted sign. Yeah,
everybody has a help wanted sign. When you go to a fast food restaurant and they're fighting in the background because they're so stressed out, there's three of them, right? They're needing help. When businesses close down because they haven't got help and because they're working themselves to the bone and working them to death, it's just better for them to close up because of the stress.
Yep.
How is unemployment low?
Yeah, I don't get it. There was I heard a radio show today, and the topic was daycares that are shutting down. Guess, if you had to guess off the top of your head, what percent of daycare facilities have shut down since the pandemic? Just a percent.
Well, just figure since work would be, I don't know, 30%.
40. Yeah.
Wow.
Yikes. Needless to say, there are waiting lists for kids to get into daycare.
Yeah, and see, the government's want to start, subsidizing or paying, for some daycare and stuff. And listen, I got no problem with any of that, but people need to get back to work. You know what I'm saying?
Well, there's no question there are jobs out there. I saw one today. I went into a Burger King. They were hiring for the evening shift. They couldn't find anybody to fill it. I was at a drive-through restaurant recently, and the dining room was closed. And we knocked on the door because it said they'd be open. They said, no, a couple guys didn't show up for work today. We can't have the dining room open. I'm like,
right.
It's tough. Everybody needs help. And I don't know how you can possibly not have a job in this economy.
Yeah, I don't. No, unless it's you.
Yes, exactly. Thank you.
Unless it's you.
Exactly.
See, Burger King here in town, Burger King and Taco Bell split. They use the same building.
Oh yeah.
We go to sometimes order Taco Bell. Well, nobody's working on Taco Bell side, only on the Burger King side, or on excuse me, not Burger King, KFC.
All right.
Only on the KFC side. Wait, well, you can't just spin around and make a damn taco, but you're only a chicken expert.
That's right.
You know, I mean,
that's right.
And it's just so much. What I don't understand is how, when you give it to eye test, how's the economy, our unemployment rate so low? Is it people lying? You know, I'm worried.
I don't know.
I'm worried. I don't know. I don't understand why they say it's low, but nobody's working. I don't get that.
Yeah. I actually know a couple guys that are not employed at the moment. Well, it's because they got fired from their job for basically not showing up for work.
Gene guessed 23%.
Yeah.
You would think, Gene, I was going 30. I thought I was high, and then he hit us with 40. Man.
Yeah, that's the stunning number.
And I don't get that. Well, now it would make sense, but if everybody's working, like they say,
they all need daycare for their kids.
Yeah, and
if you can't find daycare, you can't have a job.
Yeah, I don't understand. I just don't. It's baffling to me why they say unemployment's so low and the economy's booming when the economy is not booming.
Well,
I mean, you know, and you being a math wizard, I mean, that's why I called you in. Not only for your company, but explain how the math makes sense in this deal.
Actually, the economy's doing very well. All the economic indicators are up. The only one that is not up was they were surprised that the unemployment had not been lower. So they were surprised that there were still so many job openings because people are. I mean, how is unemployment so high when there's so many job openings? I don't know. That was surprising to the economists. They couldn't figure that one out. Yeah. I can't either, to be fair.
No, I don't. It's me. If the unemployment is so low, nobody's working, but the economy's doing great because nobody's working. I mean, I don't. And people are like, well, Trump this and the president that. Damn sense. Okay, is it the government checks they're giving out? I mean, I don't know. Justin Kinney, the thing with unemployment is it lasts for so long. And honestly, with how long folks have been riding on the UI train, the number probably reflects a lot of folks coming off. It is not so much people are not much because folks are getting back to work, but because their benefits ran out. It seems like the government made it more beneficial and not to work versus to work.
That was true while those benefits lasted, no question.
He's absolutely correct. I was talking to a gentleman one time about unemployment, and he was telling me he's a politician. He says, "Here's the way it works: when you go on unemployment, you become a number. Okay, number blah 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 whatever your number is. When they look on the chart and all your benefits run out from unemployment, it says blah 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 blah. Don't get no more unemployment. They assume you went back to work." All right. When actually I didn't. I started my own business. I went back to work, but I wasn't paying taxes like they thought I should. I was doing it a different way, right? But I was still legal. Don't trust me. I had a guy doing it legally. But when you drop off unemployment, they think you went back to work. And there's other people go out and collect cans. They don't go back to work. And so when they drop off, they think that, and you're thinking, well, what is that? One or two people? That's actually a lot of people. And they got no more benefits to get, whether they earn them or whether they don't. Justin Kenny here. By the way, if you guys want to follow BV Nation, they're going to be returning here. I believe it is next week. He said he's part of BV Nation. JW is there. They do a lot of things on Spreaker, so catch them on Spreaker. Tune into BV Nation. They play great music. They have a talk on Sunday, talk about interesting topics and get things done. Check out Justin Kenny JW there on BV Nation. And so that's why I never trust unemployment numbers. Hi, Crystal. Mary, how you doing? This thing's slow tonight. I don't know what's wrong with this computer.
That's all right. Well, while we're waiting, you want to
You
run out?
caused unemployment. You caused unemployment crisis.
You individually?
Yeah, I did. I'm
Man,
just.
That's a heavy weight heavy burden to bear
I
there.
understand.
Wow.
They need to tighten up these fast food joints.
Thank you.
They need to get them better.
That's exactly what we need.
It's a vicious circle. Yeah, it is. I was told that the child tax credit is being counted as income on income taxes. Well, I've heard that, but I heard to prove that wasn't. They're giving you. I heard that they're loaning you money on money that you ain't got and you ain't received yet.
I'm not sure how the child tax credit works. Is that just free money? I don't know.
Everybody, when you have children, you get earned income credit, and they're supposed to be pitching part of your earned income credit sent to you early ahead of time. But now people are saying no, they're coming back collecting that money back, and that wasn't supposed to be the deal. So I don't know.
I don't have no clue.
I just don't want to work for others anymore. I work for myself.
There you go.
Well, hey, I can't say that's a bad thing. I ran a construction company for 20 years, and made money. So, yeah, I said it like 5 minutes ago. Yeah. That's Crystal. She's on an online auction, by the way. She should be going on, I think, right about now. Catch her on her online auction if you ain't doing nothing. She runs twice a week. You guys can catch her. She's out of Bethany, Missouri. She's an entrepreneur. She does it herself and has a good time doing it. So, how many of them fast food restaurants have you been visiting, David?
Oh, several. I go frequently. Sometimes like 4 or 5 times a week. Yep. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. I know sometimes the food ain't good for you, but hey.
But actually, I'm going to cut down coming up because the guy I go to lunch with is so deathly afraid of COVID. He refuses to go indoors in any public. It's a struggle for him to go get groceries. He goes like at 4 a.m. to get groceries. He just doesn't want to be around people right now because he's so deathly afraid of getting COVID.
Yeah.
So he's my usual go-to guy when we go out for lunch. So I'm going to be going to fewer fast food restaurants in the foreseeable future.
Well, it's some people are scared, and there's just nothing you can do about it. It's the fear out there.
Yeah.
And now this new Omicron they're talking about. When it first came out, they said it's not going to bother you as bad. And it's not going to do it. Some people still believe that. Some people are pushing the thing this is deadlier, but actually it's not, according to what they say. But anyway, so David, tell us a little about what you got coming up. I know it's a busy year for you. I guess you turned around and
I've been doing nursing homes here recently. They're back in business, or asking people to come in from outside for a while. No, you couldn't even get in there. I just today visited my friend Roger, who's at the VA facility, Veterans Hospital here in Cameron, before I came over here. And for the first time, they let people in the building to go visit veterans who were residents there.
Right.
And that's at least 2 years since I've been able to do that.
Yeah. My wife, it's been 2 years since she retired from there, or her medical retirement, because she worked there for 20 years at that facility. And they were frowning on letting people in then.
Yeah.
I did. My last show was 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago.
At that facility?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the last show we did. Yeah.
But I do have a nursing coming up in February.
Okay.
And I did one last week in, where was it? Olathe, I think. It's very nice. People there are just very welcoming, very open. It's a fun event because everybody's relaxed. They come to laugh. I tell my stupid jokes and I get them laughing. It's a good time.
Yes, it is. Sounds like a good time. So, what have you got anything coming up with veterans?
I performed with. If you're familiar, are you a fan of Seinfeld? Steve Heitner played the character Banya. Do you remember him?
No, I don't remember him. Of course, it's been so long since I've seen Seinfeld. But
yeah. But anyway, he was a recurring character on the show, and he was back to doing stand-up. He started doing stand-up, got into acting, and now he's back into stand-up. So I did a show with him, and he was such a gentleman, such a kind, open individual, just
Right.
somebody you just want to be around because he was so nice to be. Just such a fun, and didn't have a hidden agenda. Just wanted to talk to you about stuff. It was great. I performed with him in Norfolk, Nebraska, which is famous for being Johnny Carson's
Right.
hometown.
Okay.
And
But I knew Johnny Carson was from up that area.
yeah, and it's in the middle of nowhere. I mean, you can go. There's the the greater Norfolk metropolitan area is surrounded by nothing. In fact, he told a joke. His first joke he told was coming over here from Omaha. There's nothing. I thought I was being abducted. I was being taken to the desert or somewhere to be dropped off. But anyway, that was a lot of fun being with him. No, I have not performed with the Veterans of Comedy in a while. And just pretty much been on my own doing this and that. I was on the internet last night. No, Sunday. What's today? Tuesday. Sunday evening, I did a show on the internet. That was fun.
How'd that work out? I seen you on there.
Yeah, that's fun. That's fun. You only get 6 or 7 minutes. So I was just silly for 6 or 7 minutes.
You've been on there quite a few times.
Yes, several times. Yeah, a number of online shows. They are fun.
Yeah, they are. They are. And you don't have to worry about your crowd because you are the crowd.
Right. Exactly.
But all right. Well, thank you for coming back in with us today.
Oh,
we
sure.
appreciate you coming out here, man.
Sure.
Anytime.
Anytime.
The love we have for you is
put the word out, and I'll be here.
As a word, the love we have for you on here is great. I want to show everybody though, real quick. We're going to be doing this particular challenge again this year. The last comic standing. This was the winner.
Oh, with his fan base.
Yes, that was the winner last year. He was, that was him. I believe that was your great grandfather, wasn't it?
I'm not sure we're related. All I know is he was very stiff. He was hard to get to know. He was standoffish.
Yeah, he's hard to get to laugh too.
Not a lot of chuckles.
But this year you'll be entering it again.
Yes,
and you'll be coming down here and put on a show and for everybody. So we'll see. Hopefully we get a pretty good amount of people. And everybody can get after it this year. Man, just make people laugh. That's what it's for, to raise money. And where's Roy? Gregory Williams. Where's Roy? Roy's right here. That's where Roy is. Roy's in Cameron, Missouri.
Oh, well, there you
are. Blue Phoenix just popped in to say hi. How you doing? She's our executive producer of Low Entertainment, and she does gaming on here. I believe it's on Sunday still. She does a lot of gaming on the weekend shows.
By the way, my name is David. A lot of guys ask me if I named my son David. I did not. I wished I'd named him Harley so he could introduce himself as Harley, David's son.
Yeah. Justin says that you have to claim what you got from Uncle Sam in regards to the advanced CTC payments during the second half of 2021. You should have gotten a letter by now in regards to it. You'll have to fill out and file.
Good Lord.
8112 along and whatever else you had to file. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll wait for that to come. Howdy, gents. How you doing, friend? The IRS should have sent you something by now, Crystal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the best way to avoid paying taxes, in my case at least, is to not work.
You're gonna mess up me like Al Capone, okay?
Yeah,
get you for tax
that's
evasion.
Right. Get me for tax evasion.
Yeah.
I have a business card that says used furniture.
Yeah.
That's how you know you're in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah. I got 3 businesses.
How many of them are legal?
Oh.
Yeah. How many of those do you have a tax ID for?
Yeah. I got.
One's all cash.
I got number 1.
Yeah. It's all cash business or suspect.
That's right. Cash and carry.
Yeah. I
got a cousin one time. He got some fancy cars and everything. I'm thinking, this kid, he had an honest day's working his life, right?
That's right.
I said, how are you making all your money, man? He said, you really want to know? I said, yeah, I really want to know how you making all your money. He said, well, I started a spot and steel company. So you started what? A spot and steel company. I said, what the hell is that? He goes, I'm in partners with Jamie, my other cousin. He's like, what is that? He goes, I spot it and he steals it. That's messed up.
What a team.
Make more money than me. Let me know if
Everybody.
you need anything.
It's an age of specialization, I tell you.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Jennifer, I will. I'll let you know. Good afternoon, evening, Jennifer. Yeah, there you go. She's getting very popular now. That's good. You guys give her a lot of love. She's crazy. Boy, I tell you what, Dave, I told you before the camera went on. Man, I was so sick yesterday. Hit me about 2:00 in the morning. Man, I was throwing up, couldn't hardly move. Had diarrhea. It was coming to both ends. Man, I just couldn't function. Couldn't move at all. Had no strength. I got bionic strength. I couldn't pick nothing up. That's freaky when all your life you're used to picking something and you can't, And I let it run all day. I mean, I was stuck. My son come up and put wood and wood stove outside for me with how bad I was down, and I started vomiting again toward late afternoon, and I was out of moonshine, so I couldn't drink any redneck here. Okay, I found
just when you need it most.
Yeah, just when you need it most, man. Go figure. See, that's when you get be a glutton
I know.
and you drink it all. You even save it for municipal reasons,
Yeah, you got to save some for a rainy day.
Well, I found out I got food poisoning. The wife and I got food poisoning.
Yikes! And she was sick as well.
She was sick as well. Yeah, food poisoning. So I got up this morning and I was wobbly, and I started getting better by noon. And strength somewhat come back.
And here you are tonight.
I'm happy. I drive over here and forgot the freaking keys of the building. So I had to go down to the lady who runs the building, get the keys, and come back here and go back. And yeah,
you made it though.
I'm here, and then you walk in the door, and then we're ready to go. So there we are.
That's it.
So we're talking a little bit about the unemployment. We talk about also we want to give the fans a segment. This segment is for the fans. Anything you want to talk about, anything you want to air out, anything you want to have go on here, you just put it down topic right now. All I ask for is not be racist and too vulgar. In fact, not vulgar and not racist. Other than that, you can put anything on it you want.
It's really put it.
I know this is.
It's going to hamper the response.
This is a veterans, thing.
While we're waiting, I could tell you about my son.
Yes, go ahead.
He did say he was proud of me because he'd heard I'd started to listen to rap music. And I said, no, you misunderstood. What I said was the last time I fell, I heard my hip hop. So that was a misunderstanding. Anyway, found a spider this morning in my sock drawer. Very upsetting because it belongs in the spider drawer.
It belongs dead.
Found a spider in my kitchen, but instead of killing it, I started telling it about my fantasy football team, and it left quietly on its own.
Yeah, fantasy football team. Yeah.
Do you like coffee?
I don't drink it. Can't have caffeine.
Really?
Seriously, I'm allergic to it. I'll snap your neck if I get caffeine.
Good gravy. No, let's not do that. Well, I don't go to Starbucks anymore. Here's what I do. I write my name on a cup. I pour a cup of coffee. I yell my name out, and then I set a $5 bill on fire. Saves me a trip.
That's what my uncle said about fireworks. You just walk up somewhere like $100 bill, so there's your fireworks.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, cut to the chase.
Yeah, cut to the crap. More time for drink.
Efficiency expert.
All right, doesn't seem like we got anything from the fans today. We're going to go. This next segment is called "You Don't Say." Okay. All right. First thing I want to don't say is you don't say.
That's right.
I think we could.
Just in case. You're always ready. You're ready.
I think people can. I think I'd be selling off the shelves, man. Is that a pin? Is that a pin? Double pinch kind?
Yeah, that doesn't look comfortable at all.
No, it don't. Wow, I didn't notice that till just now. Looks like the pinch kind. Put on back what your mom had when
Yikes. Maybe that's what's making him cry.
Yeah, that's what the real truth is.
Self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah, it's his fault.
In case you start to cry. Oh, by the way, this will make you cry.
All right. Next segment on You Don't Say.
All right.
Now I don't recommend some of these. These are just here for giggles. But if you got balls enough to do it, here's what to tell your wife. If your wife is mad about you going hunting, she'll be mad, but at least you still go hunting.
That's it. I'm not sure that's the recommended. That's not the number one go-to response in that situation. If your wife's mad at you for bowling, go bowling. No, you don't know.
I'm not quite sure. Yeah, that's not supposed to be.
Oh, I don't think that's the right response.
All right, and the last part of you don't say
All right, there's one more.
is this right here. Trespassers will be hogtied and told to have a pretty mouth.
Again, that would scare me off. I don't know about you. That would be sufficient. Like, well, I got to go.
There's a gentleman who's lost. Where I live at, when you get to my house, you're lost out in where I live. Okay, I live out where the hoot owls breed the chickens. Okay, and this guy pulls up out there, and I'm out there shooting my gun, right? But I got no shirt on. I just got regular shorts and the flip flops, right? So I'm walking.
Your standard hunting equipment.
Yeah, and I'm walking up to him, and he's already like, right? And I had to play with him. So he walked up. I go, I make it like I was playing Ghost Rider. And this guy, he's like, excuse me, I'm looking for Hamilton. You got a pretty mind, boy. You're a little lost. Hamilton's that way. Thank you. Bye. He backed up. Spent time to get out of here. I said, come back. Come back. You smell pretty.
Yeah.
My wife's like, will you knock that shit off? Sorry, I'm lonely. I want to have a little fun.
Yeah.
Put some clothes on.
Another sign, another sure sign that there's trouble ahead. A man out shooting in his backyard with no clothes on. That's a warning. That's a shot across your bow right there. Good gravy.
Keep driving, Frank. I hear banjos. All right. Now, this next segment that we got here is called Say What? And yeah, I was supposed to. I'm gonna get my butt chewed by my executive producer, but I don't start showing my there. All right. So say what? Let me go back here and take him off.
Keep driving, Frank. I hear banjos. All right.
Okay. Yes.
What do we got here?
All right. Say what? Oh, check this out here. This is you guys are really gonna like this here. You go down here, right here. I want you to pay very close attention to this, gentleman. There's no way in God's green earth.
One over his shoulder there was like, do I get any? How come he gets all the watermelon?
That would never happen to me because at that point I'd have a full freezer. Okay, I'm not like that. Full freezer. All right. Second one. What do you call this?
Oh, good gravy. What is that? A camouflage haircut? Yikes.
It's a
muffleflash.
Muffleflash or camelot.
Mulliflash.
I think he's taking
Camulet or mullet flash.
He's taking it serious, and he's taking his camel. It's on point.
Camulet.
It's strong.
Mulliflash.
His game is strong.
Whew.
No, I wouldn't be wearing zero of that. Okay.
I don't know.
And finally,
that might be a good look for you. I don't know. Don't just reject it out of hand.
Appreciate that.
Sure.
Well, take a look at this one right here and see. I'll do that one more time just for the. What?
Yeah, no kidding. I'm always impressed by those magicians who start out with a piece of rope and then wind up with 3 pieces of rope. They're all different lengths. Have you seen those tricks?
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
And then by the time they're done, they're back to the original piece of rope. I'm like, how do you? That makes no sense whatsoever.
It doesn't. It says, "What is independent Missouri meth head? Hello, is that here?"
That's what it is.
Just Snodgrass guys, if you're in the area, drop by Webfoot Forge. He's got a lot of neat stuff. Webfoot Forge. He's does a lot of edged artwork.
Nice.
Edged artwork. So he
Good.
All right. Now this the next section here, we're going to let David do. He's going to do some David entertainment. Entertainment from David Scott.
Oh, just open forum?
Just free
Freeform?
Freeform and go, brother.
Every morning, 2 cute little ducks come visit me on my patio, and I've started giving them bread. My friend Don said, don't do that. If they eat too much bread, they'll get sick and die. I said, I know. I hate ducks. Anyway, for the other day, recently I got a Apple Watch. And the first day I had it, I wore it to bed. And the next morning at 7 o'clock, it buzzed and said, get up. I was like, no, what? No. Apparently, it monitors my breathing and my heart rate. So I nicknamed it Santa Claus. Well, it knows when I'm sleeping. It knows when I'm awake. But if it ever figures out if I've been bad or good, I'm going to throw it in the lake. Oh, you better not pout. Anyway.
Jessica Kitty said, yeah, no, he wouldn't trust that tie off like I wouldn't trust a fart after food poisoning. No. I knew they'd like it when I seen it. That was pretty cool.
Oh, I nicknamed my phone Elvis because it dies every time I'm on the toilet.
That's messed up. I actually like that one.
I have questions. You're supposed to get old and wise. I get old. I just have more questions. For example, a nick of time. How much is a nick of time? Is that like a teaspoon?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is it the same? Can you also get a nick of parsley, sage, or rosemary? Or is it just time? I have questions. How dead is a doornail? I don't know. How happy is a clam at high tide? I have questions.
What exactly is a well digger's ass on a Klondike?
How quiet is a church mouse?
I wouldn't know either.
So many questions.
Well,
if vampires cannot see their reflections, how do they get their hair so perfect? I have so many questions.
I don't know.
Don't know the answer to any of those.
All right. We're going to do another section here. Now, this new segment here is called "What Is It?" What is it? I'll post you a picture up here. I'll do today's picture's two different shots. Or no, today's picture is one shot. I'm just going to show it to you. If you guess it right between now and the end of the show, you will get 50 entries into the mystery box that we brought back. Last year's winner, Denise Pridemore, won it. This year, brand new people. You got to be a member to like it. If you're watching the show, obviously you like the show, follow the show, and you'll be eligible to win the mystery box at Warrior Fest in November. Be a Veterans Day weekend. So I'm gonna show you a picture. You tell me what it is. I'll go back and forth once in a while and show it to you. But this is a new segment. What is it? 50 entries into the mystery box.
That looks like nothing I've seen before. Where do you find these pictures, by the way?
I'm bored.
I see.
Yeah, I'm bored.
I see. Okay, that explains a lot. Anyway.
All right. So
I do have a question that I have an answer to. What do you call a frozen waffle on a Southern California beach? San Diego.
San Diego. There you go. The pimples on Richie's ass. No, that is not accurate, sir.
And how did you know to guess that? Yeah. Is my question.
Yeah.
What did that ring a bell? So I've seen something like that before.
Yeah.
No, it's wrong on many levels.
All right. So next little
while we're waiting. I like Facebook. Do you like Facebook?
Yeah.
Recently, a lady posted she was looking for a plumber to replace her water heater. I suggested she replace her water heater with another water heater.
Now that would make some sense. Yes.
Another lady posted she found some cinnamon buns to die for. I posted that if she ate enough of them, they'd be to die from. A friend posted, what makes you smile? I posted facial muscles. It's not well received.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Not well received at all.
Another friend posted she bought a weighted blanket. I posted that at my age, every blanket is a weighted blanket.
Speaking of weighted blanket, did you ever notice if you got a dog laying in bed with you, no matter how strong you are, you can't never pull them damn blankets?
It's something, isn't it?
You can pick his ass up during regular time. A little 12-pound dog, you can swing around, but you lay on the blanket, trying to pull, you're like,
That's right. It's a force of nature. It's unexplainable.
all right. We roll with Pimp's Pets. It's brought back by popular demand. This week's Pimp Pet is the Arapama fish. Now, these things are just they can get big and they can get mean. They like to jab you with their snout. And they look like they're very streamlined. They look like a mean look like they can get after it. This fish, the idea was compliments of Jeremy Wade, river monster guy. You know, that dude there, he can catch, he fishes for anything and everything. And yeah, so
he just looked like he's in a bad mood. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they don't like a lot of noise. They don't look like a lot of noise either. So the Arapama is any large species of boing tongue native to Amazon. Figure, be down around Amazon. Amazon or Australia, you get your ass whipped. This is South America.
Yep.
Okay. They are among the world's largest freshwater fish, reaching as much as 3 meters, 9.8 feet length. Man, they are an important food fish. They have declined in the native ranges due to overfishing. Well, they said right there they're a good and important food fish. I mean, people love to eat them. It must taste good. Must be the catfish family, I tell you. Habitat loss.
Right.
In contrast, Arapama have been introduced to several tropical regions outside of the native range within South America and elsewhere, where they have sometimes considered an invasive species. And Portuguese and I got a bunch of weird names that I can't pronounce. And then the world's means red fish. Some of it means red fish. Arapama was traditionally regarded as a monotypical genus, but later several species was distinguished. And a consequence of the taxonomy confusion, most earlier studies were done using a name A when they put Arapama in there. So just Arapama. There you go, David.
There I am.
What do you think about that fish?
It looks delicious. It also looks like it's surly. You know, it looks like it's pissed off all the time.
Looks like a fish that would whip your ass. Well,
especially if it's like 9 feet long. That's not good.
No. Well, there's a Jeremy Wade on River Monsters talking about that. This fish hit him in the chest, and in the water, it drove him back 35 feet in the water. You know how much force got to be pushed up in the water? I mean, my goodness. And it took his brother, and he almost drowned because he had to go lay up on the bank. He said he, had a big old bruise. He was out for a while.
Take your breath away, if nothing else. Good gracious.
About 9 feet long. That right there would crack a sternum.
Yep. Yeah, I can see that happening. Wonder what it eats. I guess whatever it wants, basically. Yikes. Anyway.
Justin Kenny said Arapama are beasts. Yeah, they are. So, damn bony ass head like a gar, but bigger. I like eating fish. Fish is good eating. It keeps you healthy and all kind of crap. But
Yeah,
he's seen videos right here. Dudes get killed by that.
that's not surprising.
Yeah, there's one of if y'all don't follow River Monster, he likes to fish first and foremost. Okay, but he goes around and does his own little type of investigations. Right, if you have mysterious deaths in the water and one done by humans, he goes and checks it out. And you know, he checks out alligators, he checks out whatever's in the area. I mean, this guy's got balls, you know, huge. And they had a couple of guys come missing, but they had a weird pattern on their chest. And he's like, you know, only pattern to make this is out to sea. He's like, well, something else. You know, something's wrong here. I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. And you know, he'll go check it out, and then he comes up and he catches it. He hooks into some the Goliath catfish. I'm like, whoa, that thing was monster. 900. It's only 900 pounds.
Good gravy.
And he's out there. Some of the stuff he's on light tackle. Some of he's on expensive heavy tackle. I mean, I've seen him burn a hole into his thumb. Okay, using his thumb as a drag on there. So shout out to him.
Ouch, that hurts. Way over here, that hurts.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. So, all right, I'll go back and give you all another chance. What is it, guys?
What is it?
You guys, this is 50 entries into the mystery box. If you could tell me what this is. And at the end of the show, if no one tells me what it is, I will reveal the answer at the end of the show. Some of you are going to be very surprised because I'm sure some of you have seen that before. David, you probably seen one before.
I don't know. Not up close, that's for sure. I have no idea what that is.
All right. It's 4:03 after the hour. Again, my Allen, he wanted to send his apologies to everybody. Again, he had a guy named Jack Armstrong, one of the local veterans, a decorated veteran. He passed away, so he has to go do his funeral. So they're practicing right now, rehearsing, so they can get ready for he wants to be there during visitation, and then he's going to do something for the funeral, and he's one of the guys that's in charge of that. So he's my new coach, but he might be in and out some this year, so we'll deal with it. But he's a good dude, and so I'm glad he's out there helping that out. That's a very good thing he's doing. So do you, Alan, and we'll see you back here next week with his veteran news, and there you go. All right, hey, Justin, J-Dub, tell us when you're coming back on air so everybody know where to find you guys at and what day you guys are coming back. All right. So coming up in March, we got the last comic standing. Okay. I will have a date next week. I think I got a date, but I think I left it at home. I think it's the 23rd, I think, 21st, somewhere in there. March. Anyway, it's coming out in March. David Scott, reigning, defending champion. That's a heavyweight, but you're not a heavy. You're not a heavy guy.
Sorry. I hope I'm not heavy.
I'd go all Michael Buffer. Reigning, defending. Like WWE up in here.
That's right. And I'll jump off the ropes. Give somebody the people's elbow or something. I'm not sure how that's going to work.
Here's what I got to say about sometimes the giving the people's elbow is not a very wise choice. If a bear has you stuck in a tree, try the atomic elbow on it. Better a dead man. Better to be a man's death.
Better to die.
Better to die a man's death.
Right. Actually, the bear could climb up the tree and knock you off if it wanted to. We one time my best friends in grade school, his father was from Canada, and so one time he took us to a camp, a fishing camp up in Canada, and getting in and out of the camp, you had to go on a gravel road, and getting out, we surprised a mama bear with 2 cubs. It was, just off the side of the road, and the little bears were heading up the tree, and mama bear headed at the car. We're like, we should go.
Yeah.
She was not happy that we were that close to her cubs.
No.
So we said we should just go.
Yeah. That's funny guy and all, but nah, bears don't like jokes.
No, they got no sense, no sense of humor when it comes to that.
And they want to be a bear about things.
Yeah,
they do. That's got a little time here. Let's do some movie trivia. You got some movie trivia
sure.
you want to do? You want to do?
Here's one that's I found surprising. For what movie did Steven Spielberg win his first Oscar for Best Director?
All right. These are 10. These are 10 entries apiece. Whoever answers these things, 10 entries apiece.
For what movie did Steven Spielberg win his first Oscar for Best Director? That's a toughie.
Steven Spielberg.
Yeah. Did you know that Missouri was considering a law to make it legal to break a car window to rescue a pet? I'm in favor of it because the last time I broke a car window to rescue a purse, I got arrested.
All right. Justin Kane says next week, first show in the shoot is the Hump Day Hangover Wednesday. And they're on Spreaker at 1900, 1900 Central, 2200 Eastern. He's then all the new Rockabilly Radio is on Friday, 121, 22. BB Nation Radio to be announced or to be determined. Links for all those shows can be found at our website at www.backwoodsveterans.com.
Backwoodsvets.com.
That's right. There you go, guys. They're very entertaining over there. Play music. If you like to listen, have music on your phone, hands free, and not see anybody, just want to listen, man, you can listen or you can comment and get along with the conversation. We have some bizarre conversations. Let's put it that way. Sometimes break out in the chat.
No.
Yeah, I know you find
really.
I know you find it hard to believe about me, but I do have some type of a side to me sometimes. So
it's certainly well concealed.
yes.
I had no idea that you would have bizarre thoughts.
Yes. There you go. So I'll take it home, guys. They're very entertaining on BB Nation. They do a lot for veterans. I champion you to find me someone who does more than veterans. They're just like we are. We put on a big show every year. They have a Guitar for Stars every year. I don't know if we're gonna have this year. That's up for him to tell y'all. But so we do a lot. They do a lot. So I challenge you to find me someone who does more for veterans than our brothers out there at BB Nation. We'll call them military smoke pit approved quality. Let me put that up here so everybody can see that right there. There you go. Getting out of JW and them guys. All right. Dave, you got another question? Nobody got that one.
Okay, we're moving on.
Nobody got that question.
Oh, here's an oldie. In what 1950 drama does Betty Davis say, "Fasten your seatbelts, it's going to be a bumpy night"? In what 19 drama does Betty Davis say, "Fasten your seatbelts, it's going to be a bumpy night"? Well, that's going back in the archives to pull that one out. Anyway. Some of these movie trivia questions have some age to them. Anyway.
Yeah, if you get these questions, they're 10 points apiece, or 10 points, 10 entries in the mystery box.
Right.
If you guys can guess any of these right here, we're here in the studio today with our good buddy, David. I'll see. All About Eve.
That is correct.
Ding, 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 ding. Justin Kenny. He says, keep playing, David.
All right.
He said, keep playing. He said, keep playing with him.
Marlon Brando said, "I could have been a contender in what 1954 movie?" Marlon Brando said, "I could have been a contender in what 1954 movie?" Well, why are you thinking about that? There's a new venue in Kansas City made for people that are my age, my demographic. It's nice. It's not a biker bar, country western bar. It's called the Fiber Bar. You walk in there, it's well lit. They do have a limited a la carte menu, but they do have tapioca, broth, pudding, basically anything that can be eaten with and without teeth. And at the bar, they have a full complement of vitamin waters, herbal teas, but their signature drink is Jell-O shots made with lime Jell-O and prune juice. Yeah. They call it the shooter.
Shooter. Justin Kennedy, he said, on the waterfront.
That's correct.
Yeah, he's going to keep playing.
All right.
He ain't going to take it. That's 20 to Justin so far. That's 20 to him. He's cleaning up. He's cleaning up.
He's going to get the mystery box before there even is anything in the mystery box.
His co-host out there, the co-owner of the BB Nation, won the very first one. Josh Kaiser, he won the very first one. Mystery box that was. So I ain't like the mystery box is foreign to them. They know what's in it. Well, what's about anyway, not in it.
Oh, here you go. This one you should get. In the movie Risky Business, what song did Tom Cruise famously lip sync to in his underwear? In the movie Risky Business, what song did Tom Cruise famously lip sync to in his underwear? Remember, he slid in from the side. Yep. That one should be available. You know, they say people my age should stay active, so I joined a fitness club, and I now do what we in the fitness community call progressions. You familiar with those? I start out with a little cardio on the elliptical, and from there I progress right to going home. So right now it's just a 2-step progression.
I see.
Maybe later I'll get to a 3-step. Not trying to get too far ahead of myself.
I got. Here we go. Justin Kennedy got another answer for you. He said Bob Seger.
Yes.
Old time rock and roll.
That's it. Nailed it. Good gracious.
There you go. Somehow Dean Cerny. I don't know why Dean's not on here. I don't know. Somebody tag Dean on here, will you?
Oh, but you want another one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Boy, a lot of old references here. For which 1964 musical blockbuster did Julie Andrews win Academy Award for Best Actress? For which 1964 musical blockbuster did Julie Andrews win the Academy Award for Best Actress? Anyway.
Wasn't she the, well, I wouldn't say actress, I'd say, wasn't her voice in Shrek? Wasn't it her?
Oh, I don't know. That's another good trivia question.
Played the Queen's voice?
I don't think so, but I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. That's a good question.
Oh,
Someone should look that up. Luckily, all we could do is drive around. Here's the deal. I don't like driving around. Well, for one thing, I have trouble with signs. They're doing construction on the freeway near where I live. There's a huge sign there, big sign.
Is that her?
Listen, I don't want to hit a highway worker, but if I do, you'll give me $10,000?
Is that her?
Cameron Diaz.
Right here, Julie Anderson.
Oh, there she is. Yes.
Yep, she's in Shrek. That's what I thought that was.
Nice. How about that?
Oh, Mary Poppins. See, Dean says,
yes, Mary Poppins is correct answer.
He's cleaning up.
No kidding.
All right. He got 3. That's all we're going to give him. He's got 30 entries into the mystery box right now.
So far and counting.
And counting.
Who voiced the sultry Jessica Rabbit in the movie Who's Afraid of Roger Rabbit? Who voiced the sultry Jessica Rabbit in the movie Who's Afraid of Roger Rabbit? Toughie. There's a sign outside my gas station that says, attendant on duty cannot open safe, which is fine, but don't rub it in. I mean, we don't need a sign for everything this poor guy can't do. Attendant on duty can't go 5 minutes without looking at his phone. Attendant on duty can't hold down a job long enough to move out of his parents' basement. Oh, the guy already feels bad enough working at a gas station.
You're right, Justin. It is. Not bad. You know damn good well I can't count.
Are you off on your count already?
Yeah. I was looking up something else when you asked that question. All right, where are we at now? What the question you had?
Oh, you want another one?
I thought you had one already asked.
We gave one.
Wait, no, wait, no.
Who voiced the sultry Jessica Rabbit character in Who's Afraid of Roger Rabbit? So waiting for an answer on that one.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, we're waiting on there. We're getting ready to do a.
I don't have any tattoos. If I ever get one, it'll either be a tattoo of more muscles.
Okay.
Or a tattoo that says "Keep moving forward" in Latin, in English.
What would be the strangest tattoo you'd ever get?
Any tattoo, something where a word is misspelled. I think that would be great.
I have it, but I was told no more. All right, well, go ahead and answer it. Go ahead and answer it. If they would get a tattoo, just a weird one. My wife's gonna hate me saying this, and if you guys get offended easily, don't tune this part out. But I would get $100 bill on the tip of my dong. So if the wife ever left the house, she blow $100, she would have to go for her. We have a answer, Kathleen Turner.
There it is.
He can go all day long. Look at him. That guy's got trivia stamina. So that puts him at 50 entries. Woo! Erase this 40 off here so I don't cheat him. Make sure he gets this 50. It's 50. All right. Now we're going to do some comedy by the experts. I'm going to show you a comedy clip. Okay. Now, some of these are adult, some of these are family friendly. Because we got comedians who do both. We know comedians who do both. You are excellent family friendly. I do both. Richard Montano, our friend, he only does adult. Don't ask him to be friendly because he can't. Okay, and he's good at what he does. So we're not going to judge. We can't hamstring each other. So I'm going to show you two. One of them is like a no shit.
Okay. Piddly wiggly. That there's another pig in a tree. All I gotta do, put my gun, climb up there, and kill that son of a gun. This ain't easy for an old gun like me. Up there.
Is it just me, or was that happening in your brain as he was cocking that gun?
Yeah, I'm like, as soon as he reached up to that branch, he's going to fall.
And that's one of those things. Stupid ass. They're the reason why they want to ban guns. Guys like that right there.
he was exhibit number one.
I think
Your Honor.
Yeah. I think the Great Spirit was trying to thin the herd on that guy.
That's right.
All right, this next piece is by a world famous comedian, Ron White. And we're going to listen to this and we're going to talk about it.
Miami, I don't know, it was a couple years ago, so I didn't guess just would not be the word, but I was working there with Fox when Hurricane George hit the Keys. I just thought this was kind of funny. They evacuated the Keys, and everybody left except for I've been through two hurricanes. I was in Hurricane Carla when I was a kid in Houston, and I was real excited during hurricane time, you know, because it's out there in the Gulf and it's dangerous, and I was like, this is cool, until shit started hitting our house. I was like, fuck this. But anyway, they evacuated the Keys, and everybody leaves except for one guy who's going to stay there and tie himself to a tree on the beach to prove a point. And the point was, he said that at 53 years of age, he was in good enough physical condition to withstand the wind and the rain from a Force 3 hurricane. All right. Let me explain something to you. It isn't that the wind is blowing. It's what the wind is blowing. If you get hit with a Volvo, it doesn't really matter how many sit-ups you did that morning.
Like the roof of a house, just
The
peels the bark off of trees. I mean, come on.
Will's at you too. Yeah. All right. The first one says, "What in the wide world of sports was that?" hearing this guy talk, all I could hear was, "Did you someone drink my Mountain Dew?" Ron White in his Book of Truths. Yeah. All right, Ron White. He's the notorious king of having the delayed punchline.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he'll drag it and then punch, and they'll have something after that. He's a king of that, man, and he does that real well. My wife and I went and seen him. He came to Kansas City. Wife and I drove up and seen him. Of course, I pimped myself out too. I had a redneck pimp shirt on, orange. You couldn't miss my big fat ass. Looked like a walking orange billboard. Okay, and we went and watched him, and then had a good time with him. He got ahead of his schedule, so they asked him. He walks off in the middle of it, comes back and does a set again. It does a whole another probably 35, 40 minute set again. And he was just a cool guy. He started off doing local dives like we do and doing different things like that. But I think he's very talented. He does a lot for the troops. He does a lot for veterans. He's got a veteran show he does every year, usually around Thanksgiving or Christmas time. That he does. And
didn't know that.
He pulled in a lady from I can't remember her name. Pulled in a lady in from Missouri. She was very talking about Scooter, and the way that she said it was, she had an accent, but Missouri folks don't have accents like that. I do because it sounds like I'm eating a shit sandwich. But anyway, I liked Ron White. Give me your thoughts. What do you think about Ron White? And
I think he's absolutely brilliant. He told a joke one time on I don't know if it's Johnny Carson, but on one of those late night shows, and it was so funny. Snoop Dogg was sitting next to him, and it's a story joke. Would you like? I could try to repeat it. Would you like?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. All right.
If you can do it, yeah.
He was saying recently his girlfriend dog died, and she was just unconsolable. And some of his friends said, "Get her another dog." So he did. He went to the pet store and he said he didn't know what kind of dog to get. He didn't know if he should get her a black one or a brown one. So he finally brought her a puppy, and he said it healed her heart.
Yeah. It healed her heart.
And so about a month later, this. So he went to the old folks' home. He said he didn't know whether to get a brown one.
Yeah.
And at that point, Snoop Dogg was laughing so hard he about fell off the couch.
Yeah, he's got a lot of talent, a lot of skills. He does a lot for.
He's one of these guys that could tell a story. It's funny all the way through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being a fellow comedian, you understand when you write a joke, they all got to have pretty much. You need a tag, and you need a punchline at the end of it, right? You need those things. Premise, tag. I'm forgetting one other one. No, but I got all written down at home because I lose my brain. But there's 4 things you need. You can get by with 3 of them. The 3 I just mentioned, you can get by those. And people don't understand that premise. All the premise is that story leading up to it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Punchline is not always at the end of a joke, by the way. You want it there. But some jokes always got a lot of his jokes have a punchline at the end, but not Ron White. He does his all the way through.
Yeah.
His all premise, it's all tag.
Yeah, Dusty Slay
Setup.
Yeah, setup was the other one.
Yeah.
Dusty Slay actually made a joke about that. He said, my jokes are stories and they're funny all the way through.
Uh-huh.
And when I get to the end, I just stop.
Yeah.
And people laugh when I get to the end. That's not what I want. I want them to laugh during the joke, not at the end of the joke.
And sometimes you can't help it because a story, and a lot of times a story joke, you have to be there when it happens to totally understand it, unless you fluff it up a little bit, unless you Hollywood, right?
Yeah.
But Ron White, he's
So some of his funny for looking for him. He says, I'm between 6'2" and 6'3", depending on what convenience store you're in.
Right.
I said, that's a reference to those That was just a throwaway line.
Yes, I was saying that long before he came up with that joke. All right, back in the 80s, I used that line, but not quite like that. I always said I'm between 5'11" and 6 foot, depending upon what police station I leave.
That's same thing.
Yeah, same thing.
Same thing.
But I'm more of an outlaw.
Let me tell you. Here's the joke my daughter wrote. She said, "I dropped my phone down the stairs, but it was okay because it was in my pocket." And when I tell that joke, I say that's actually a 60-year-old joke because I heard that joke when I was a kid when there were comedy shows on the radio. Here's the original version of that joke. I saw a friend walking down the street and the window. I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, I was wearing it at the time." So that's the same joke updated to modern days.
Yes, it is. All right, we're gonna do another one here. Now, this is something that you don't tell your wife.
Hey, babe.
Okay, something you don't tell your wife.
What's the difference between a dog barking and howling on the front porch and your wife yelling and complaining at you on the back porch?
It's hesitating.
I don't understand well.
One question while we're waiting.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, babe.
What was the name of
What's
Quince?
the difference between a dog barking and howling on the front porch and your wife yelling and complaining at you on the back porch?
Enlighten me.
If you let the dog inside, it'll be quiet.
Right there.
Yeah, that's not.
Anyway. Here you go. What is the name of Quint's shark hunting boat in the movie Jaws? What is the name of Quint's shark hunting boat in the movie Jaws? That is true movie trivia. By any definition of the word trivia. Interesting, but not germane to anything. Just an interesting tidbit.
Here's an interesting tidbit.
I may not be
All
a
right.
smart man, but I know something's fucked up when I see it.
Jump right to the end.
What
maybe?
was I?
I may not be a smart man, but I know something's fucked up when I see it.
The guardrail.
How?
I
in the
may not be
unholy-
a smart man,
holies-
but I know something's fucked up when I see it.
way.
Good gracious.
I may not be a smart man, but I know something's fucked up when I see it.
How fast? You got to have guard. I don't know, man.
Go Oaks.
I mean, I hear want to get rid of your wife, but come on. I mean,
It should be less obvious.
yeah, man. Let me see. You got an answer here. Okra.
Okra.
No, orca.
Orca is
Orca?
correct.
Yeah, orca. This thing blanked on me. I couldn't.
Okra.
Okra. Orca. You read.
Yeah, there you go.
No account.
That's correct. Okra is
I don't know either, but J-Dub's on there. He said, "Get that man a whiskey." Oh, sweet Jesus! How did you get that truck there? I don't know. Explain that one to the insurance company. How that happened?
yeah. Well,
And it didn't look like it was snow on the roads.
No,
Okay.
he just was texting or something. I don't know.
Falling asleep.
How much you had to drink, sir?
Not enough.
Not that much. Well, apparently enough to impale your truck on a guardrail.
If you walk up, if you're a cop and you see it, you're like, you're like, just come with me.
Yeah.
No, I ain't asking you no questions. Just come on.
Yeah, you can explain it all maybe later.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a guy that sits behind a thing with a robe. You can explain it to him.
That's right. At the arraignment.
Yeah, you can explain to him how. And don't think I would be taking photos because you know the other policeman ain't gonna believe you.
That's right.
You know.
If we need photographic evidence.
That's right. What else you got?
Oh, here's one. This one's easy. What's the model of the revolver made famous by Clint Eastwood's Dirty Harry character? What model of revolver was made famous by Clint Eastwood's Dirty Harry?
I know that.
Callahan. Harry Callahan.
Some of his best work was that.
Yep.
Right there.
Got it already? Yep.
Man,
Yeah,
that
was an easy one.
the most powerful handgun in the world.
Yep.
Well, you feel lucky. Do you? Punk. That's one of the greatest lines ever, too. I'm the Huckleberry, and do you feel lucky, punk? Are probably the two most repeated lines in movie history.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Some of these are
You got another one? Here's a little funny one for you.
okay.
The vast amount of energy pumped into the ocean will create what one scientist has called a mega tsunami.
That was not kind.
But it's funny.
Yes. Well, no question about that.
Oh boy. Shame on me. Yeah. I sent that to Man Debbie. Man Debbie's rotund.
Rotund. Excellent word.
Yeah, rotund.
That's an excellent word.
And she's got a voice like a linebacker. Hey, hon. And I can imitate her perfect. That's what she sounds like. Hey, hon. You want some bologna Creole, bologna kebab, bologna stew, bologna on bread, bologna on a bun, bologna with cheese, bologna with onion? But she's like Forrest Gump. She can bologna the hell out of you. Thick bologna, thin bologna, sliced bologna. No, thank you. I'm trying to quit all that. Trying to quit bologna. I make a good one, hon. Pickles? No,
There's no question.
No, I'm good. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. What's one movie that no matter how many times you can see it makes you laugh?
Oh, that's it. I'll have to think about that for a while.
I'm gonna.
Do you have one?
Yes,
Comes
I
to
do.
mind?
You're gonna go first, and let me.
No, I really don't have one. I can't think of one. Maybe probably some stand-up doing.
Well,
Stephen Wright. I saw the Stephen Wright movie that he made of himself in concert. I always giggle. Some of his jokes are just extraordinarily silly.
this movie is called Harlem Heat. It's with Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, Red Fox, some of my favorite comedians in there. If you've never seen it, go see it. There's cussing in it and there's innuendo. It's funny as heck. This is a small portion of that movie.
Okay.
And Della Rey, you know, the big black lady.
How we doing?
We made about 200.
200? Your girl's been back there all night. How they only make $200?
You kissed my ass quick. I don't never say nothing to you when the crap table and the bar come up short.
Because the bar and the crap table never come up short, just the girls.
Uh-oh. Now calm down, Vera. Kiss my ass, sugar. I want to know what it is Quick is trying to say.
I ain't trying to say shit. You in charge of the girls, right?
I am in charge of the girls.
Are you in charge of the girls?
I am in charge of the girls.
Okay, the girls are always coming up short. All right, let's get the shit out in the open. The girls are always coming up short. Even when the place is packed, the girls come up short. Now, either you or them got a problem with their arithmetic.
Are you saying I'm stealing?
The man didn't say you was stealing, Vera. Now come on over here and sit down and shut the fuck up.
You shut the fuck up, Benny. I would tell you to kiss my ass too, but you probably can't find it, you blind motherfucker.
Fuck you, bitch.
And for those who don't know, she takes him out back and whoops his ass, and he shoots her in the toe.
Shoots her in the pinky toe.
Yeah. Shoot me, you shoot me in my pinky toe. Yeah, that's it.
That's the line.
Yeah, I just love that movie. I watch that every time it's on. I don't care.
That's probably the most famous scene from the movie. Even I knew the reference on that one.
You hit like a girl. Oh, I do, huh? And she would just whoops Eddie Murphy's ass. Mega tsunami. My ex-wife's fallen overboard up the cruise.
Yep.
Oh man. And women look like Gun Gum King from the Phantom Menace. Gun Gum. I don't know what that is.
I don't know that reference either.
Probably Star Wars.
Yeah, Phantom Menace. Yeah.
We can be friends. Be friends.
Yeah, that Stephen Wright in concert movie was just him telling one-liners. Just his one-line jokes. Some of my favorites are. I built a house on the median strip of a highway. It's nice, but I have to leave the driveway doing 55 miles an hour. And he said he came up on a man running, went to the 24-hour convenience store. Guy was locking up. I said, I thought you were open 24 hours. And he said, not in a row.
Yeah, that makes no sense, does it?
Just some of his jokes are just wonderful. You can hear them. Every time I hear some of them, I giggle. So if I had a movie to watch, every time I watch it, I laugh. That would be Stephen Wright.
That's your good, huh?
Yep.
All right. Here's
This is one small man shooting one big gun. Let's get it, baby. Oh, dude, this got hit by a train.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing to laugh at that, but all right, and here's my last comment.
Okay, good.
Ladies, I want you to know something. Men, we know what that means. Straight men, we know what that means when your woman comes to you and says, let's do something. We know what that means. That means it's going to be something that she loves and we fucking hate, okay? Now, I know some of the women in the audience right now are like, oh no, Brad, my man loves doing that stuff with me. No, he fucking doesn't. He doesn't. No man's ever woken up with a free Saturday and thought to himself, sweet, flea market. That's never happened. And I know this, because I had a weekend off not too long ago, and I never get weekends off. I'm always working, always traveling. So when I get a weekend off, I like to do nothing, stay at home, watch TV, pet my dog. That's what I like to do. So I'm doing that, and then my wife comes in the room and goes, okay, I've been talking with Carol. Fuck! We've made some plans. That's never good. That's never been followed up with, the plan is I'm going to blow you for 30 minutes and then shut the fuck up for the rest of the day. Never that. Never that. But I'm a good husband. So I'm like, all right, what are we doing? And she goes, we are going apple picking. You want to take your midget husband's apple picking? There. Audience of this love impressions. Allow me to do an impression for you. Here's my impression of me apple picking. Ready?
That's just too much. That's too much. Midget taking his midget husband apple picking. Now, that was a well thought out joke.
Yes. What's his name? Is that Brad Williams? Is that his name?
I think so.
Yeah.
It was a well thought out joke, well executed, well planned, well timed. That was a good joke. He did good. And the fact he said midget, no one else can get mad at him about it.
Thank you. Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, nobody can say, oh, you shouldn't say that. Never mind.
First of all, comedy is comedy. All right. No one means this stuff in real life. But whatever makes people laugh is what you should do. You shouldn't hamstring yourself by not doing your jokes. It's hamstring yourself. If it's funny, don't apologize for being funny. It's really not. You know, I got jokes about midgets. I got jokes about it. All kind of people. You know. See, a moment of brilliance taking a midget apple picking. That was yeah, you're right. Let me put that up here. It was. It was. Well, David, man, I'll tell you what, it's been great having you in here, man.
Thank you.
Have a good show every time you're in here.
It's always fun being here. One other movie trivia. Here's a good one.
Yeah. See, about to get ready for another piece.
Here's a historical movie reference.
All right.
The Battle of Thermopylae served as the basis to what movie? The Battle of Thermopylae served as the basis for what movie? First, you have to know where Thermopylae is. And then you have to know about the battle and who was in the battle. I don't think you need to know who won the battle to get this movie reference.
All right. Thermopylae. Where's it at, guys? Yeah,
Yep.
You told me that big soundboard. Yeah, I own that. That's what we do Warrior Fest with.
Wow.
And all the bands.
That's a lot of buttons.
Yeah, all the bands go to that in my little mixer. My 1,000-watt mixer I pump that, see.
It's a lot of buttons.
Yeah. Yeah.
The biggest soundboard I've ever seen, my daughter's band was recording their CD at a professional recording studio.
Right.
My Lord. It looked like maybe 3 of those put together was the size of this guy's soundboard. Yeah, Stephen Wright. Another Stephen Wright joke is, oh yeah, I need those back. How many? You can have one. I need the others back. Thank you, sir. He said, I woke up one morning and only to discover that every piece of furniture in my apartment had been replaced with an exact duplicate. What? That's just silly. Stephen Wright wrote some of the funniest short jokes ever written, and I marvel at his performance because as a stand-up, I'm having sometimes I have trouble remembering all my jokes. How did he remember 45 minutes of unconnected one-liners or short jokes? They're just I don't know how he went from one to the other.
Muscle memory, retention.
I don't know.
He'd have to practice those every day.
Yes.
For 3-4 hours a day.
45 minutes.
They say you got to practice 10,000 hours to be good at the 3. Muhammad Ali always said you have to practice 10,000 hours
before a fight,
for a 3-hour fight. 10,000 hours practice 10 for an actual 3-hour fight. Fight lasts that long, you're in problems.
Actually, it's probably closer to 30 minutes. It was a 10-rounder.
Well, yeah, whatever, but yeah. He said 10,000 hours. Always remember that. Like, NFL guys they practice 5 days a week for 3-hour commercials and all that crap.
Yeah, Frank White at the end of his career was given a lifetime achievement by the Royals.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "Yeah, that's a lot of 3-hour days."
Yeah.
I said, "No, you were at the ballpark a lot longer than 3 hours." He said, "Yeah, but I was only working for 3 hours."
Justin said 300.
That's correct.
Good answer. We all know where Pardo spent his first deployment. That's right. All right, so that should be 60 according to my count.
All right.
60. He's coming out of the gate swinging already. So anyway, that's where these right here.
Oh, you want to show them
guys? I got one. I'm saving back. These are David's here. I got one. I'm saving back. We're gonna do a special giveaway coming up in April. Okay, this will be one of the things in the giveaway. Okay, it's going to be
go ahead, keep talking.
A little simple bag or something where there's not going to be very much in it. It's not like the mystery box. It's going to have stuff in it. It's going to be a special giveaway. Okay, and this is a CD and his Wrong Way book. David illustrated, the author, put it all together himself. We're going to be giving that away. A special offer in April. Remind me about it, but that's one of the things. That's one of the things we'll see. We're going to add something to it. We're going to give away 3 things. 3, and that's one. And then come April, we're going to give them away to someone, some lucky contestant, either be a prize or whoever watches the show the most, whoever answers the most trivia questions. However, we don't know yet how we're going to do it, but we're going to do it. So that's one of the things. Come in. I think Richard Vargas has I think we've got a book of his left. Fishers of Men. If you know the story about Richard Vargas, go look him up, guys. He was put in prison for a crime he didn't commit, and I think he was in it for 8 or 18 years, and it took a while to get him out, and they had to jump through a lot of hoops to get him out. And when they did, he works with a lot of projects now and to do that and stuff. And he's got an attitude about. A certain attitude about the way he's treated, and I don't think I blame him a bit. But anyway, I'm trying to get him on the show. He doesn't really like to come and talk about things like that. But anyway, we got one of his books, and it's just a set of poems. It's uplifting poems of the book. A guy can look at devotionals, whatever, and so we'll have that in there. So there you go. That's what's coming up. But David Scott's book and his CD will be a part of that. So. Yeah. So when you going out to the West Coast?
Oh, I would love to go to the West Coast. I'm there's a comedy festival coming up in Vail, Colorado, and I have a friend who owns an apartment out there in Vail, and I'm going to ask him if he's going to be there over Memorial Day, because that's when the festival is, the comedy festival. Doesn't that sound like fun? Drive out to Vail, Colorado, tell some jokes, have some laughs, drive home. That sounds like fun to me. He's also an extraordinarily fit individual. He's my age. And whenever we go walking or hiking, he just puts me to shame. It's very sad. He's extraordinary.
Justin Kinney said, tell you what, pimp, I will be willing to split my entries from tonight between Dean and Annie in exchange for a signed copy of David Scott's book and CD.
Got it.
Well, if David's willing to do it, I'm willing to do that.
I'll do it right now. I'll sign the book right now.
Done.
Or
Done
before it's a little difficult with all this electrical equipment, but it'll be done here shortly.
Yeah, we'll find out. We'll get
at the end of the show. I got to have some table space.
Got a pen around somewhere. Yeah, we'll get one. But I'm gonna write that down right now. So Dean and Annie.
Yep, we'll do it.
And it's 30 apiece right here.
You want to do another movie trivia while we're waiting?
Yeah, do one more.
Okay. Who wrote the screenplay for Rocky? Who wrote the screenplay for the movie Rocky? That's a really good question. That requires some knowledge.
That's a really easy question.
Well, if you know the answer, yeah. But I mean, it requires some knowledge.
Yeah.
You couldn't be able to guess that one just off the top of your head. You actually have to know it. Do we have an answer yet? No?
Let me see. What do you put up here? No, it's just going to find a new home in the studio, and who knows, may hear a clip from an album on one of our shows. Well, there you go. There you go.
I will send you that link. I don't have it off the top of my head.
Well, they can cut it. They got equipment.
Okay.
Yeah, trust and believe these guys are high tech out there.
All right.
But yeah, cut off that.
Yeah, if you guys can find it, it's actually on the internet somewhere. If you can find, just look for the CD. Let me give you a, for instance, F' R, and an instance, for instance, and you will somewhere on the internet find all the tracks off that CD. Somewhere. Good hunting.
All right, we got an answer. Sylvester Stallone.
Yes, that's correct.
Yes, that's what I said. That was easy. And he changed the original version. He was fighting for the pet store. That's what the money was going to be for the pet store. The original script.
Really?
Yep. And he changed it. Yep. And he wasn't supposed to be champion in the other one. It wasn't supposed to be a part 2. But the popularity took off so bad that he's like, crap, I'd be ignorant.
What are there now? 5?
Well, there's 5 original ones. Then there's Balboa, and then there's Creed and the Creed series. You know, Balboa 2, and then there's all the Creed series because there's like Rocky as well. So yeah, there's 7, 8, 9 of them. I think there's a bunch of them. He's a very talented man. Sylvester Stallone was a very talented man. Well, it's 7:31 here in Central Time, here in the state of Missouri. Guys, want to thank David Scott for coming in one more time, man. He comes in a lot. Hell, I ought to make him an honorary guest is what we ought to make it. Or honorary host is what we ought to make him. He's here so much. Thank you for coming in. Guys don't know, David and I perform together on stage. We have quite a few shows now. I've lost count how many. We did a lot of family-friendly stuff together.
Mm-hmm.
I think you did one show with me that it was just an all-purpose show. You did your family-friendly, and I did the adult on that. He worked with Jeff Onyx and I also with Independence and places like that. So him and I become friends. And we've had a chance to sit and talk. You know, my other comedians are up on stage talking, and we become friends. And I like David. He's a good dude, and he could perform at any show that I'm at anywhere. That's what.
Thank you.
That's what I think about him.
Thank you. That's very kind of you.
And you know how I feel. But
I don't care what people say. I think you're very kind.
Don't let that get out.
And good looking.
Well, that part's true, but then don't let that other part get out. I don't know about that. I got a reputation to post.
That's right.
You know, and we got and then both of us have some mutual friends. Richard Montano, Typhoon Panda.
Yep.
Y'all know Typhoon. He don't need no introduction anywhere. He was sick again. Do you know that?
No.
He got sick again a couple more times here. He's got sarcoidosis, the same stuff that killed Bernie Mac, and it's not doing him very well. So
I did not know. I knew he had been sick and recovered.
Yeah,
and he was. It's a disease of the lungs, and he got pneumonia. Which, if you have sarcoidosis and pneumonia, that's not a good thing. But he recovered. He bounced back from that.
Pneumonia don't need no help.
Yeah,
pneumonia is bad. I had it in the Marine Corps. One lung halfway full, 1.75 full.
Yikes!
And they told my ex-wife, he's checking out. She goes, no, he won't check out, but he's gonna need a rest. And I rested, and I came back. I bounced back. We were doing boat drills in a cool morning air, and I got chilled. I didn't think nothing about it. Marine, who cares? Suck it up. Well, I learned real quick. All right, there's 5 Rocky movies: a Rocky Balboa, a Creed 2, a Creed 3. Creed 2, and Creed 3. And Creed 3 comes out this year, he says. So there you go. That's a piece of information from Justin there. So yeah, we met, and of course Jeff Onyx was one of our guys in performance. So July 23rd, I need you to free up that day. My wife and I are having our 20th wedding anniversary party.
Oh, how fun!
Our anniversary is actually the 21st of July, but the 23rd we're having a party because it's a Saturday. I'm having some comedians perform.
Excellent.
I'm having a band out there perform.
Wonderful. Where will this be?
The 23rd is going to be at my house.
Your house? All right.
At the pimp headquarters out there.
You going to be in sandals and
flip-flops?
Flip-flops.
I know that's what I wear.
Target practice in your backyard.
No. Ain't going to be none of that going on. None of the wife and grandkids are going to be out for a lot of that. So, so we're going to have a band play. Mixology is going to be playing.
Oh, all right.
And they're going to play, and then we're going to have Typhoon's going to perform. Richard's going to perform. I think Roy Anthony might perform. Hell, I might perform.
That'd be great. Of course, you should perform at your own anniversary. Of course,
you might perform. It's up to you. If you just want to come hang out, you can do it.
I'd love to perform. You kidding me?
Come on out there and perform.
All right.
And just come on, show up, and we'll just have a good old time. And
that sounds like fun.
You're gonna meet the rest of my family.
Yeah,
the rest of the rednecks, and have a good time.
I promise I won't bring a marshal this time.
Yeah. Oh, trust me, they know where I live.
They know.
Trust and believe.
They don't need directions.
Excuse me, you know where Richie King lives?
Now what?
Yeah.
Now
ain't
what?
he the guy that shit in the car? Yes,
that's Richie.
Yeah.
Richie Poop King.
Poop in the car king.
We don't need to go into detail.
No, Justin, he got my Google fingers on fire. So I'd like to repeat his statement. On mine, you dropped the S off the fingers. Got my Google finger. And if I make a mistake, it's a long day. Back the hell up. Back the hell up. But yeah, it's 7:35 Central Time in his studio with David Scott, funny man. David Scott, he's a good dude. He just offered up a book and a CD, guys. Right here, a book and a CD to it's gonna be signed for David Scott. I might have him sign this other one since I'm giving it away.
Okay,
in a bag. Civil sign, B2 sign. Funny man. You got things coming up. We're starting to get some things lined up on our get back on the
good.
I know getting on stage is addictive. Especially when you get to rolling, man, and then you're rolling, you start feeding your, and especially when you get your demographic, man, it's just awesome. You perform in all demographics, but when you get to yours, man, you can really tell.
Yeah, nursing homes. I'm real popular at nursing homes. I had one little darling elderly woman at the end said, "I really enjoyed your performance. I just can't clap very loud." I was like, "Oh, bless your heart."
Well, smile. Yeah.
And another one said, "I really enjoyed the way you played." And I said, "Well, thank you. I practice a lot." She said, "I mean it. I really enjoyed the way you played. Thank you."
Well, appreciate that.
So it's the reviews are uneven. Is what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah. Not very good reviews. Well, yeah, I would really like to perform for the police, but I mean, I have, but when you walk in there and all they're doing is checking their phones for warrants. They got no warrants. Go in,
Not the kind of performance.
Yeah, squat and cough. Put your hands up, squat and cough. But yeah, wrong kind of.
Not a lot of reviews.
Yeah, no.
Where'd you get that? How many bags of popcorn would you get that?
Yeah, no, that's a you owe me a bag. You owe me a bag.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So what's one of the funniest things when you're performing you've seen the crowd do?
Oh, well, in nursing homes, one time I performed, there were like maybe a dozen. And at one point in the performance, everyone had fallen asleep. Not all at the same time, but at one point, everyone in the audience took a nap in the middle of my performance. There was one woman who actually stayed awake for the whole thing out of that crowd. And I came afterwards, I went up and congratulated her for her perseverance. I was impressed. Yeah. I've had people getting wheeled out. I've had said some nurse came to this guy and said, "Well, Mr. Johnson, it's time to go." I said, "Where are you going?" He says, "I have a doctor's appointment." I said, "Well, good luck to you, sir." So when you're performing in nursing homes, you never know. Here's one that was not funny, but it happened. I was performing in the lobby, like a greeting area, which I guess was the only place they had for everybody to gather. And an ambulance pulled up outside. Two guys wheeled a gurney through the crowd, got on the elevator. I'm still telling my jokes. About 15 minutes later, they come back down the elevator with somebody stretched out on the gurney, wheeled him back at the ambulance and took off. Here's something else.
Your jokes to die for.
No, killer performance that day. The one time my daughter Megan got to watch me perform, and three things that had never happened all happened in that one. Number one was my rap. I do my emoji rap,
right?
And there was one of the patients sitting in the back of the room between choruses of that song would go, "David's in the house." So that was a first. Another one was I can only remember two. There were three. Another time, at that same performance, a fight broke out.
That's mine. Yeah, I like that.
The one lady was in an electric wheelchair, and she was backing up, trying to, to get out, I think. And she ran into another wheelchair, and F-bombs were dropped. It almost came to, and the staff had to go separate them. Like, yikes! Never had a fight break out at one of my shows before. Usually they're very sedate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're quiet.
That's usually.
How was your crowd calm?
Yeah.
In between sleeps, in between naps. That says, Pimp always gets 5 stars when he performs at law enforcement audience. They all be badges and are coming at him, but by God, he gets 5 stars.
That's right.
That's right.
I
work at the prison out here, and I was the guy that went and broke up a lot of fights. I
Oof.
was that guy.
Yeah.
235 pounds. And I bench press, just under 400. I was, the enforcer, right? So I go down and these two guys in a wheelchair, they were fighting each other. I remember with me hitting an old timer. He's like 53, 54, that old timer. He's old way when we were, right? I was like 20 something. He goes, "Hey, King, you want me to stop by and fight for you?" I said, "Well, how you going to do it?" He walks over, kicks the freaking wheelchairs over. Boom, boom. He said, "They're done." we set him up and cuffed, one arm to the,
one arm to the chair.
They were sliding out, kicking each other. Trying to kick each other. Hey, come here, you son of, and one of them didn't have any teeth in, right? And the other one kind of, he was too fat and he couldn't hardly talk, right? It was pudgy. Here. It was so freaking hilarious. I let him go for a little bit longer because they were trying to kick each other. So we got him. I said, "Knock it off." We had to push him all the way over to the one house. That's where the segregation unit was, right? They were talking. You ever see two guys in wheelchair talk shit? It's funny. "I almost had you. You didn't have me. Next time I'm gonna run into your shin. I'm gonna take your other shin out. You ain't got no shins left, bitch. I've seen your shins. They got pock marks on them. Look like a dog bit your shins. What the hell are you two talking about? Shut up."
Looks like a dog bit your shins. That's not
even a proper. No.
That's usually not a criticism. You're taunting somebody. Looks like the dogs bit your shins. I take offense to that, sir.
Yeah.
No dogs have been biting my shins.
Asshole, I've been an inmate for 20 years. So I get him over to the house, and the captain says, "What were they saying?" So I don't know, somebody dogs biting my shins, and the captain laughed for 25 minutes, and you have to report.
Oh man.
So yeah, I've seen two inmates in wheelchair fighting. That was too much.
Yeah, I heard criticize. You can criticize any number of things about me, but leave my shins alone. Darn it. You're not going to be saying ugly things about my shins. Hurt my feelings.
Yes,
cut it out.
He was a pudgy hairline. That was the exact response I was looking for. But yeah, he was. But
anyway,
so
easiest fight you ever broke up?
Yeah, that was the easiest one. The nastiest one I broke up. He was in the psych ward.
Oof.
And he wouldn't go back in the cell.
Yeesh.
And I don't, for the love of God, I don't know why they put all women work in a psych ward. Nothing against women, but if you're trying to manhandle somebody, you're going to want somebody there with a little bit of ass. Okay. But they kept putting all these women in the psych ward. Well, it got out of control. Of course, I'm on duty, so they called me down there. I get in there and it just smells like shit everywhere. Just stinking. This guy was digging in his butt. He was writing his name on the walls and everything like that, right? I said, whoa. I said, "No, you need to go get him and put him in his cell." "No, I need to what?" You need to get him, put him in his cell. No. He needs to go to medical. He's got mental issues, right? No, we got to get him in the cell first, and then medical come down and evaluate him. Medical need to evaluate him up there. He needs to change his diaper. He don't wear diapers, just he needs one. Smells like he does. So I'm going in there, and I'm walking to him. He looks at me, and he says, "I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but you touch me, and I'm gonna forget that I'm a nice guy, right?"
Then he smiles.
He smiled real big at me and said, "Do you like pudding?"
Oh, good God.
I said,
"Oh, this is not going to go well."
I said, "Great Spirit, forgive me." I speared him, like wrestling right into the room. Shit all over my shoulders and all of this nasty. I was gagging and puking. He landed in there. He goes, "Oh, you like pudding, don't you?" I shut the door on him.
Good gracious.
I went up there. I didn't know we had a staff shower, but I figured out. I immediately went there. Immediately.
Wow.
I said, "He ain't got no disease I need to know about."
Yeah.
He said, No. He's actually, inside's pretty clean. His brain just messed up. So yeah.
While you're taking that shower, you're thinking, how much am I getting paid?
Yeah. That wasn't much.
I'm not sure I'm getting enough money for this.
I gave up Marine Corps and comedy for this.
That's right. Is this a good career move? I'm not sure.
But so yeah, that was the nastiest thing I ever did. We had a female lieutenant. She worked at our institution, but she also worked at the women's institution not far down the road, right? And she come back before she tells stories about how the women were nastier than men, and you wouldn't think that, because women are also clean and they're foo-foo and all that. And she didn't know you. She had to tell you stories and make you blush. Damn, it makes me blush. I don't want to know.
That's right. Just keep
that shit to yourself.
Keep them to yourself. Exactly.
No.
Yikes.
Guys, like I said, David, got to closing that time here. David Scott's here in the house with us, man. We appreciate him being here all the time. David, I want to give you one of our brand new cards that we got.
Oh, sweet.
On the back, you can take a picture of it with your phone.
Right.
Right. And it takes you right to our show.
Nice.
Right to our website. I mean,
very clever.
Right to the website.
Thank you.
So J-Dub, I'll put one of these in, a couple of these in for you guys out there as well, if y'all want some when you get your book signed. 22 a day. That's a number. And I did read it has gone up. They haven't marked it official yet, but it has gone up because of the pandemic. Don't be a statistic, guys. I just said talk to you. Instead 30 minutes at your funeral. Really, I would. Not only me, but there's people on here. There's BV Nation guys from the BV Nation out there. Dean Cerny, Julie Little, Spud Romaine, Annie Crystal Marie. There's all kinds of guys that would love to talk with you out there and just hear what you got to say. If not talk, just listen. Because sometimes that's all you need, is somebody to listen to you. Sometimes you just want somebody to talk with you. Well, there's plenty of people everywhere here. W Entertainment Network, Comedy Vets, Veterans of Comedy. I know them gentlemen on the We'll See. He does a lot for veterans. BB Nation, like I said. VRS, if you guys are ever around VRS, certain people are there to talk to you as well. Just don't do it. And the end result, it doesn't hurt anybody but your family. You're no longer around, so it doesn't bother you. It bothers your family. And a lot of times families can't recuperate from it.
There was, I actually heard a man who was prevented from attempting suicide.
Nice.
And he said he'd gotten to the point in his life where he thought everybody would be better off if he were no longer if he were no longer alive.
Yeah,
but that's the point he'd gotten to in his despair. And just the opposite is true, but he had himself convinced that.
Yeah, I hear that a lot. And usually what I tell to them is like, brother, that's not true at all. No, because people are going to grieve you. You got people that will grieve you, and they will grieve double. And and a lot of another stat, the teenagers in this country, 12 teens a day commit suicide. 12. And then usually after teen commits suicide, it leads to their parents usually get divorced.
Well, yes. How do you? Yes,
that happens a lot. The death of a child and parents get divorced. Not that they don't love each other, just that they just can't. It's just not all of them. Not all of them. So if you're out there and you're hearing our voice and you like what you hear, give us a like, give us a follow. No suicides. We're not. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do none of that. That's not good. We don't want that. Nobody wants that. Find your hobby. If you like to watch TV, watch your TV. Like to read books, read your books. You want to do a podcast, let me know. If you want to do anything you want to put the word out by yourself, whatever makes you feel better, whatever, do it, man. We're here for you. We got a lot of people here for you. You can do it. Funny you mentioned that tonight. Today is the 12th anniversary of losing my brother-in-law, losing my birth mother to suicide. I was in Iraq. I got the word, still stings. Yesterday, brother. First of all, man, I'm sorry about that. I met you. You're a good dude. You're a hell of a dude. I don't know about Justin. He lives with his grandparents, and what a bunch of what a couple of great people his grandparents are. Just absolutely salt of the earth, man. Pops, his grandmother, just a bunch of good folks out there taking care of him like that. They always got my respect and dignity. And there you go, man. It still stings today, and Justin's in his 40s. It still stings to him today. And it's just a bad day. So if you're out there tonight, I had a good time. I know David have a good time.
I always have a good time when I come up here to talk to you.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. And our new segment we have going on now, and I hope you all had a good time. Hit the like, give us a couple hearts at the top of the screen there if you like it. Follow us. We're here on Tuesdays, 6 to 8. we switched times so our friends out there East Coast can have time to get on with us and talk a little bit and do some things. Oh, there you go. So Alan Reed will be back next week. Hopefully no one other veteran dies. It's a tragic loss when veterans die. So if no one's died, he'll be back next week, and we'll hit it again. It says always fun. Let me put that up here. We see it. Always fun. Good seeing talk with you, David. Justin Kenny said, yeah, he's out in Oregon.
Well, thank you, Justin.
Anyway, before we got started on this, I want to talk a little bit about East Coast. I'm trying to put together a tour out there.
Oh, really?
And I already been out there once with Oregon out here to Oregon. I stayed in Canby. Don't stay at the Motel 6 though, in Canby, Oregon. They ain't got no
I'll make a note.
They ain't got no sense of humor, right? Dicks. But Beaver Creek down there, they got a beautiful place to perform there in Beaver Creek. And I thought when I seen it, I thought about getting a couple of boys out there and go out there and put on a show out there. If there's some way we can get it, we can get out there and it can be affordable for everybody to do, fly out, put on the show. I would love to have you out there and
maybe
be part of that.
You've been saying East Coast. You meant West Coast?
I'm sorry, Oregon. West Coast.
West Coast, yeah.
So we're trying to get that worked out, but so don't be surprised if you're on a plane here this summer.
All right,
taking a trip out there.
I understand. Well, as a cost-saving device, I can wear a big shaggy coat, and maybe you could squeeze me on in one of those large animal carriers. Those tickets are cheap, from what I hear. I'll just give me a doggy downer, and I'll just go to sleep in there. Maybe a big raccoon coat. What do you think?
Yeah, that'd be cool. Cool. Yeah, it would be awesome if have that old boy give me a call out there. David or Justin, I'll be glad to talk with him out there, see if we can get that put on Beaver Creek. But guys, it's coming to the end of the show here. I'm going to do a little bit early, but I just want to tell y'all, thank y'all very much for joining me tonight at WO Radio Show here on WO Entertainment Network. Had a good time. Got it going again in the new year. I see some fans dropped off. I heard they watch it later on. That's cool. I know they watch it later on because they comment during the week on it.
Oh, nice.
See the comments. So
great.
Share it out. Get your friends together and start watching this thing. We got same thing coming up again next week. We got the new segments. You don't say what, Pimp's Pet, fan participation. My rant is never very long. It's always something ignorant, but anyway, it's a rant. And look for maybe a special guest. Might have the mayor of Hamilton. He's always a hit. May have him on tomorrow.
Wow.
Or not tomorrow. Next week.
Next week, yeah.
I'm talking about some other things. So anyway, we're going to the future. But guys, David, you got anything you want to close with?
Well, the mayor, very cool. Elected official, very cool.
Yeah, I got a few friends there. Yeah.
Maybe you could get the police chief.
Oh,
maybe he has some stories he'd like to share with us on your spotted career.
Yeah, maybe.
Breaking up fights and stuff.
I bring the sheriff from
that's right.
2 counties away.
That's right. See if he'll put in an appearance.
Yeah. We got some redneck pimp, and this is David Scott. He was filled in today. Well, he was our guest anyway. He was a guest host. Don't be the 22 day. May the Great Spirit keep you, love you, and may His face shine upon you. Going Doug Ahoy. And now I want you to enjoy our outro so I don't get beat up by my executive producer on here. Watch me not do this right. Already went too far. See how it is right there? All right. God bless y'all. Doing Doug Ahoy.